Bella a tutti ragazzi e benvenuti nel mio canale. Mi chiamo Siam, sono un laureando in mediazione linguistica interculturale e parlo 7 lingue. Per questa ragione posso definirmi un poliglotta. In questo canale ti porto tutta una serie di trucchetti e metodi per imparare le lingue in maniera più efficace, ma soprattutto in maniera più divertente. In questo video ti porterò un contenuto leggermente diverso. Infatti ti presenterò uno degli strumenti che utilizzo oramai da qualche anno, sia quando mi sento leggermente solo, sia quando sono semplicemente annoiato, ma ho anche voglia di fare qualcosa di un po' più attivo, ecco. Infatti in questo video ti porterò una conversazione che ho avuto con uno sconosciuto, un ragazzo canadese, su un sito chiamato Omegle. È un sito infatti questo dove senza registrazioni, senza mettere dati sensibili, in maniera totalmente semplice e gratuita puoi conoscere persone da tutto il mondo e con loro puoi parlare del più e del meno, ma soprattutto puoi praticare l'inglese, lo spagnolo, il francese o anche addirittura il giapponese o qualunque altra lingua tu voglia apprendere o praticare. Ovviamente questo sito non è perfetto e infatti ci sono alcune avvertenze che voglio darti prima di effettivamente iniziarlo a utilizzare anche te, ma queste ultime te le lascerò alla fine del video. Per tale ragione ti consiglio di vederlo fino alla fine o, se proprio vuoi, di skippare fino alla fine per sapere almeno cosa puoi fare anche tu per accedere a questo sito e avere delle conversazioni come le mie. Detto tutto ciò, passiamo al video.
Hi.
What's up, man?
How's it going?
How you doing?
I'm great, and you?
I'm doing good. Where are you from?
I'm from Italy. And you?
Italy. Alright, I'm from Canada.
That's cool.
Which languages do you speak?
English, Italian, Bengali.
Okay.
That's my
Alright.
own language.
Ajá.
Spanish.
Ok, so hablas un poco de español, muy bien.
Sí, vale, por supuesto hablo español. Lo estudié al
Ok,
colegio.
Yo hablo como un capacho, pero mi vocabulario es mierda. Pero me comprende bien porque es muy similar de mi materna lengua de francés.
Ah, tu es français?
Québécois. Hey, attention! Attention aux
Ah.
insultes, là.
Pardon. Is that
There's some-
different with the Canadian, with the Quebec?
Well, I can speak to you in French and you will realize it straight away.
Yeah, we can try. I've never heard
Ah.
a Quebecan.
Dans le fond, aujourd'hui, j'ai travaillé, on a fait des fermetures de piscine dans la construction. Sur le bord d'un towpath, il a fallu passer 4 hauts ici pour se rendre sur le bord du fleuve pour vider, parce qu'il n'y avait pas de manon pour passer.
Je ne comprenais presque rien, mais
Don't worry, people from France don't understand when I speak either.
yeah, I think that I just need to get used to the accent. You know, when you hear
Well,
a lot, it's
Uh-huh.
of course easier. The first time maybe is just a little bit weird.
Me, it's that even by Quebec standard, I speak a dialect.
Oh, okay.
Which makes it kind of hard. I come from a very small village in the far east of the province of Quebec, where we speak a dialect more closely related to the French spoken in New Brunswick.
Okay.
So even right now I'm in Quebec City, and my coworkers sometimes will have trouble with some expressions I use or some way I pronounce some words.
Okay.
So don't worry about it. If I'm not trying to speak clearly, you will not be able to understand me, and that's almost on purpose, okay? So don't sweat it. Someone from France will not be able to understand a fucking word of what I say
Yeah,
if I'm
it's
talking
normal.
how I speak back home. So,
Yeah.
especially if I speak fast and I'm not careful about which expression I use.
Okay.
Which is kind of funny because we have a Mexican at the job I work at,
Okay.
and he's really trying to learn French, and sometimes I teach him some words, And
Okay.
the other guys who are working with him will just like get angry at me or whatever, and he doesn't understand. I'm like, oh yeah, that's because I told you bad French. Because I'll teach him some of my dialect, like for a word for tool or something, and they're just like, don't make him speak like a fucking inbred hillbilly or something like that. But yeah, I don't speak Italian though.
Yeah, Italian is like a small country.
Mhm.
It's well known around the world, but it's not that useful to know Italian.
I spent a lot of time in the Balkans though, so it would have
Okay.
been fucking useful for me to speak Italian a lot of times, especially in
okay.
Albania.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of Albanian will speak Italian as a second language, but not English.
Oh.
I had
That's
a
kinda
taxi
interesting.
driver once. I had a taxi driver once. It drove me fucking insane. But I asked him if he spoke English, and it was like, no. But do you speak Italian? I was like, why the
What?
fuck would I speak
Why?
Italian? He's just like,
Yeah, I've
"Do you
heard
speak-"
also in Romania and those kind of place is
Yeah,
almost the same. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he spoke Italian, Albanian, German, and Greek.
Like everything, everything
except
except
English.
English. Yeah.
I was impressed that he spoke 4 languages except English, but it's still like, do you know German? I was like, why the fuck would I know German? Like, do you know Hungarian?
Yeah,
to me, that's the
yeah.
same level of.
Yeah, I think maybe they need to everyday life conversation and works. So maybe for that
Yeah.
reason, it's weird because I think you know more English than those other language, but well,
Yeah.
it's their life.
But even me, like, I had to learn English. A lot of people will think that Quebec is fully bilingual. That's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in Quebec, you might as well be in a foreign country because everything's in French.
Okay, that's really interesting. I've thought that you're in Canada, so you're gonna talk only in English and just a little
Yeah.
portion of Canada
No.
just talk in French. But that's
In-
new for me.
In the province of Quebec, it's all French. My mother doesn't speak a single word of English, to give you an idea.
Wow.
So the federal government is forced to provide everything to us in French if we ask for it.
Okay.
And the provincial government of Quebec is on French, and we have a bunch of laws to preserve the French language, which means that apart from like tourists and the minority English-speaking population, most of Quebec is French speaker all day, every day, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Okay.
I know some Albanian, I know some
Okay.
Serbian, and I know some Russian. But
Ah.
they're all mixed in my head.
Yeah, I can totally understand. Now I'm studying Chinese, and
Yeah.
I'm studying like it's almost like 3 years and a half, and I'm studying Chinese, and I'm totally immersed in Chinese. And sometimes it happens to me that I think first in Chinese and then in Italian. That's for me mind blowing, and yeah, it's pretty hard to like balance everything.
Do you speak Hindi as well, or just Bengali?
No, unfortunately, the thing is that all the people from my country can talk in Hindi because they don't have their own like movie and TV series, and for this
Yeah.
reason they always watch a lot of Hindi stuff. But I'm born and raised in Italy.
From Bollywood, like.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm
I
born.
don't
and
know how
raised
you guys
in
can
Italy.
watch that stuff. It's so fucking stupid.
Well, they like it, and I think that
No, but
maybe one day I'm gonna learn Hindi because I think that for me will be really easy because my mom can talk
Yeah.
Hindi, my dad can talk Hindi, and I really think that immersion in a language is a really important thing. And if you can do something that you really enjoy in a language, in a natural way, is way too easier to learn that language. Like for example, for French, I studied for 2 months, but I've heard and watched a ton of TV series, anime, and stuff like this. And thanks to that, I don't think that I'm fluent, but I think that at least my pronunciation is, I don't know.
Yeah, your pronunciation is good. Like that's a
Okay.
strong point I have to give, honestly. I don't remember exactly what, but you made some minor grammatical mistake.
That could happen because I didn't study the grammar. Because I thought
Okay, yeah, good.
first
I
I wanna.
was gonna say, grammar in French makes no fucking sense, and it's more exceptions than rules. Okay.
Yeah, that's something that
So-
all my friends said to me, that there are way too more exception, and it's really hard to study. And it's not for that reason that I didn't decide to start from the grammar. It's just because I've watched a lot of polyglot video, and I can talk in 7 different languages right now. And my aim is like to reach like 10, I don't know, 15 and stuff like this. For this reason, I want to have the most efficient way to learn a language. So
and
I'm trying different stuff.
Wasting time.
It's not that I feel that right now I need to adjust my language. So I feel that I need to study language, and that's for me way important to be forced to study the grammar. Okay, and I think it's a better way to learn language, because I already know how to talk. I don't feel pressure. I don't feel the pressure to talk in French. Also, if I know that I can make a lot of mistakes when I talk. And also, it's the same for English. I know that I'm making a lot of grammatical mistakes, but I don't really care.
But it's the same for me. I never sat down and studied grammar in foreign languages, and even in my native language, my grammar is kind of all over the place. As long as I'm understood, I don't care.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, even Spanish. I never wanted to learn Spanish. I just worked with Mexicans, and I kind of accidentally learned it, you know?
Okay, yeah.
It was just trying to get myself understood and ask stuff, and just being like, hey, ¿cómo se llama? And you're just like, Cotzilo. Okay, well, get me the fucking Cotzilo right now, you know?
Yeah, that's the best way. Really the best way. I've studied for a lot of years Spanish, and I've never learned anything from school. Only after school I've started to watch like TV series like La Casa de Papel and stuff like this, and after a while I was like magically able to talk in Spanish without any kind of problem, and I think that the natural way is the best way.
Hola, eccoci tornati. Spero che questa conversazione ti sia piaciuta. Ora ti farò giusto una piccola, nota su questo sito. È sicuramente un sito molto interessante, in cui puoi incontrare tantissime persone interessanti, ma ci sono anche dei grandi lati negativi. Infatti, prima di accedere a questo sito, ti consiglio di essere ben preparato. Prima di tutto, per accedere a questo sito devi avere 18 anni. E ti chiederai perché dovrei avere 18 anni? Non va bene se ne ho 16, 17, 14? Ebbene, io ti consiglierei di avere una certa età per utilizzarla, perché su questa piattaforma, proprio perché non c'è bisogno di nessun tipo di accesso, non c'è bisogno di nessun tipo di credenziali, si trovano tantissime persone sì molto interessanti, ma altrettante persone anche molto strane, spesso perverse. Ebbene, sicuramente ha molti lati negativi, però è un sito come moltissimi altri dove tu puoi facilmente skippare le persone. Quindi se tu entri in questo sito con la giusta mentalità, sapendo che ci sono moltissime persone del genere su questa piattaforma, e cerchi solo quelle persone che invece vogliono seriamente avere una conversazione produttiva con te, allora è il sito per te. Altra nota interessante, come ti mostro a schermo, puoi inserire tutta una serie di filtri, inserendo magari i tuoi interessi, oppure, come faccio spesso anch'io, mettendo le nazionalità o le lingue che parli. Questo ti permetterà di filtrare il tipo di persone che incontri e incontrare magari persone che parlano la lingua che magari stai studiando, oppure che hanno i tuoi interessi. Questo era tutto per questo video, spero che ti sia piaciuto e sia stato utile. Se così fosse, lasciami un commento per dirmi se anche tu hai provato questo sito o hai già avuto precedenti esperienze. Lasciami un mi piace e iscriviti al mio canale, e non dimenticarti la campanellina. E nulla, ci si vede alla prossima.